Okay, I think we're now back up and running. I think. Hold on and let's go back. Let's go back here and find out if we are or not. I think we are. Come on, you silly thing. All right, if we're back up and running, can someone type into chat and let me know that we're good? Like, are we still frozen? Can you see me there? Not frozen? Okay, all right, now we're back on. Yay, happiness, happy days. Sorry, guys, I don't really exactly know what happened. I started getting some weird message, and I tried to it said high usage, but yet there wasn't any high bandwidth usage. Anyway, I did keep the local recording running during that time, right? So there's no break in it when you watch it, the uploaded version. So if anybody is so inclined, you can, of course, go back and see that there was nothing improper going on during the time when YouTube decided to take a break from our break. That is for the Astros. And then we have a Paul Blackburn X-Fractor. It's been a while since I've had that weird YouTube stuff crop up, so I hope this is not going to be the start of one of those runs where it makes us all crazy. But anyway, we seem to be running okay for the moment, so good for that anyway. Brandon Woodruff and the Brewers, that is numbered to 75 with a blue parallel. Our first autograph hit out of this box is Anthony Banda for the Diamondbacks. Jay Allen, I didn't touch a card. Once I realized what was happening, I could see that it was starting to freeze up myself. So I left everything right where it was until I came back. So you guys picked up right exactly where you left off. So I did recognize that it had gone down or was going down or freezing up or whatever you want to call it. So I stopped right at that exact moment. But as I said, I did keep the local recording going as well, just while I was trying to fix it or work on it or whatever, however you want to phrase it, just so that there was no gap in the video where, you know, there would be a time when you couldn't see. That doesn't exist in the recorded version. It'll be straight through. You'll hear me mumbling trying to fix it, but other than that, it'll all be there. Francisco Lindor Superstar Sensations. Okay, well, that's actually called, they don't call these prisms in Topps. They don't call that pattern prism in Topps, do they? I don't think so. What is that pattern called then? I didn't think they called that prism. But you're saying they don't call it an X-Fractor either. So I thought that finite was their one of ones. So maybe I have got my patterns mixed up between Topps and Panini. So maybe we just won't call that pattern anything. It's just whatever that pattern is, you'll see it. but I won't. But I'm calling it the wrong thing, apparently. So sorry about that, guys. I don't always get my pattern names right. That is Richard Urena for the Blue Jays. Maybe it's Panini then that's finite is the one of one. I don't know. They all have so many pattern names. We pulled a redemption. You saw it right there. I flipped it face down because I'm kind of evil that way. And I saved them until the end of the break. They sat right there face down. And then we look at them together simultaneously at the very end of the break. Let's see what fabulous things await us. Jay Allen, you said that the first two autographs are both yours. Well, then you're off to a good start. That's definitely the way to roll with it. Oh, and Jason, I didn't see you and Jeremy in chat. Sorry, I was all focused on getting back online and making sure that we were unfrozen and not having any weirdness that I didn't see you come in there. So hi, Jeremy and Jason. Okay, so We are 2 autographs in. We have 3 yet to find as we roll through this first box. Greg Allen with a little rookie refractor. And then, of course, here is autograph number 3. Sandy Alcantara to 499 for the Marlins. Gary says he's just here looking for Lucas Bum Sims. Poor Gary. He doesn't want Lucas Sims, and he gets him all the time. But we're going to try not to find you Lucas Sims tonight. Let's focus on finding you Ozzy and Acuna and the ones you would like to find tonight. Jackson Stevens in the Cincinnati Reds to 99. There's a guy I can't figure out. You know, you throw him down in AAA and he pitches like he should win an award. You call him up and he throws the ball like a first grader. Like, I don't know what his deal is. S&S Design, hello again. I know we had a little hiccup there, didn't we? For about a couple of minutes. Had a little YouTube snafu where it kept giving me a weird message about bandwidth, but I couldn't find anything that was taking up any more bandwidth. So I said, oh, I'll try to close a few things, and that didn't change anything. And then it bumped me all the way off. I probably did it. I was trying to kind of jump out and back in real quick, which usually you can do with no interruption. But then it kept spinning and spinning and spinning, and I got stuck in limbo. Troy Scribner for the Angels. And then finally, it let me back into YouTube. But I did, as I said, keep the local recording going the whole time. So when the upload's there, you'll have that missing section where we weren't live on YouTube is in the recording. I mean, it's kind of boring. It's me trying to get it fixed and talking to myself, but it's there. So Carlos Correa, what was that? Just refractor, just a base refractor. But I kind of learned that the hard way when we were having some problems with my lovely cable service. Oh, I need to find some wood. Yeah. There for a while, the cable service was just horrible. And we were always having problems with it. And they came out and replaced a bunch of lines. And I better knock wood again. We haven't had problems like that in a long time, like in about a year. But back when we were having those problems, that's when I learned, yeah, don't turn off the local recording. Rhys Hoskins, black and white parallel for the Phillies. Shane, Kansas City, you said you haven't even seen a base, and right on cue, there's Salvador Perez. Hey, hey. Yeah, there's certainly some teams in here that pull a lot more cards than others, but I don't think I've done any sorts of case breaks of Topps Chrome where we didn't have cards come out of some type for every team. So, I mean, because there really are a lot of cards in this break. S&S, I don't have storms here right now, and it's kind of weird because it's not weird, but we were supposed to get rain last night and storms, and I kept getting these messages that they were moving into the area and stuff. You know how it'll like pop up from the Weather Channel or whatever? But then I never got any storms or any rain. I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. They're way off tonight or whatever. Come to find out, they were just a few miles away in another part of town, and they got really like crunched. But I did not. I got a little bit of rain, but it was late. It's like 2 a.m. or something. Which, yes, I was still up. I was sorting and such. But anyway, we didn't. And same thing today. I think, you know, somebody else in other parts got rain and storms and things, but not so much here. Just a little bit of rain in the overnight hours, but about what you would expect if you spit in a bucket. It looks about like that. You said you feel like you live in Seattle. You've had so much rain in Virginia. I'd like to have a little more rain. I could use some. I don't really want to have to go water everything, but I think I'm going to have to if it doesn't manifest itself pretty quickly. There's an Ohtani 35th anniversary parallel. And of course, last night we pulled, I mean, that was just amazing. We pulled not one, but two Ohtani autographs out of Chronicles. Both nice. I think they were both numbered, if I remember correctly. Or maybe it was Spectra numbered. Maybe Spectra, I don't know if the Spectra one was numbered, but the other one was definitely numbered. The second one was. Couldn't believe it. Like after we hit the first one, you know, of course, we come to hit the second one, and it's, you know, how Panini does them. They're facing the opposite way. But I thought, oh, it's going to be a relic. You know, no way did I dream that we were going to turn it over and find a second Ohtani autograph there. But by golly, we did. Two of them in one case. It was pretty incredible. David Robinson and the Yankees. So we have pulled 3 Ohtani autographs out of 3 cases, although granted 2 of them in one case. 1 out of, I think, the first case. I don't think we pulled one in the middle case. There's a nice Ozzie rookie refractor. So we have been doing our fair share of nice hits out of Chronicles this year so far. For the Twins, we have Jorge. Oh, yeah, you're right, Gary. There were two relics as well for Ohtani. I wasn't even counting those. I was more I mean, I was interested in them, but once we hit the second autograph, I was like, oh my gosh, what else is even going to be in this case? It was crazy. And we had a good break all the way around last night. I mean, out of Premier, we pulled that Adrian Peterson rookie autograph numbered to 10. And we pulled the Calvin Johnson rookie autograph. This is Victor Arano for the Phillies. And that was out of a 2-box break. Then out of Origins, we pulled that awesome Lamar Jackson Hayden Hurst booklet, 2 of 2. We pulled the 1 of 1 NFL Shield twice out of 2 different breaks last night. And what else did we pull? Of course, all the Ohtani stuff, and I don't know, last night was a really good night. We pulled a lot of excellent stuff. There was another redemption you saw there that I very, very cruelly have placed upside down. I never finished which stack. Uh-oh. Who said I didn't finish a stack? So hang on. What stack? This is the one that I just set down. So I don't know what we didn't finish here. So let's go back through. Because seems we didn't finish. We didn't finish something, so let me see. I should know when we get to it, because I'll see inserts or refractors, because I otherwise stack them separately. I don't stack them with the base, because it makes it easier for me to sort later in the night. But so far, I don't see anything that we missed. So, yeah, I don't see anything that we missed in there. That was the last ones that we just looked at. But we can grab them all again. And this is the second stack, which should be farther back than the one we just looked at. But again, I mean, I feel like we've looked at all these because... But if we come to a part that we haven't, we're definitely going to recognize it. Because again, I pull out all of the inserts and all of the refractors as we go through a stack. I pull them out and set them separately so that I have them easily accessible if we need to recap those, or I need to have them, you know, later tonight to put in something. And here's the final stack over there. This is the one that is left. Let's see if this is it. Well, there's one I missed. There's a Jacob deGrom. So maybe this, that was a Jacob deGrom refractor. I don't know if I just missed one refractor or if we missed anything else in here or not. But this is the very first stack, so I feel like this is stuff we looked at way a long time ago, I think, that I just missed setting a refractor aside. But either way, we're going to go back through and make sure that we got you covered, Jay Allen. So yeah, I don't see anything else there. That's it. That's all the cards we had looked at. So I don't really think that there was anything that we missed in there other than that one DeGrom refractor that, I mean, obviously we saw it when we went through, but I mean that I hadn't pulled out and stacked separately. There's a nice little Acuna with whatever we're calling that pattern for the Braves, since I've been calling it the wrong pattern. And Nicky Delmonico coming out for the White Sox on a freshman flash insert. Nice little autograph. Oh, no worries, Jay Allen. I always, like I said, I always prefer to address those things in the live stream. I would far rather take that couple of minutes to go and look through there and make sure that we have seen all of the cards. I'd always rather do that than have somebody wonder, hey, what happened? I don't know if I saw everything. So always better to just get it addressed. So no worries. This is to 150. It is Domingo Santana and the Brewers. All right, that is those packs, but we're not done with that box yet. We got 3 more packs here. A sweet Lucas Sims. I just saw that you typed in a sweet Lucas Sims auto and relic. Gary's just trolling Lucas Sims, man. He can't give any love to Lucas Sims. Jason, you said you walked away for a minute. Is the break over? No, man, we got a long ways to go. We still have 2, 4, 6 of our 8 boxes there to go. So we have a long ways to go. We took a little brief hiatus there to go back and look at some cards to make sure that I hadn't accidentally stacked a set off before we looked at them. There was a question about whether or not that had happened, so we just looked back through everything to make sure we were covered. So you might have seen that, but no, we're not then thinking, hey, wait, are we recapping? No, man, we're still going. This is Tanner Scott and the Baltimore Orioles. Now, 6 boxes left. We are just getting started, really. We have lots and lots of stuff left to find in here. Oh, yeah, Jason, for sure. The feed went crazy and it locked up and froze up, and I recognized that it was happening because I also watch it as we're going along. So I did recognize it was happening. I stopped looking at the cards, of course, and it took me, I don't know, what guys, 2-3 minutes or something to get us back up and running. It actually, the live feed cut for a period and then came back on. This is to 299 Miggy and the Tigers. But as I was mentioning earlier, I did keep the recording going the entire time, even when we were not live streaming on YouTube. So when you go back and watch the uploaded break, you'll find that stretch of time in there. I'm not looking at any cards or anything, but I am muttering to myself a lot and trying to figure out how to fix it. So I am doing that. But, you know, it's all good. Every once in a while we have a little internet hiccup, but not too often, fortunately. So, Absolute Football got moved. I think we talked about that. So it's coming out next Friday now. But something else got moved, but is moved to Wednesday, and that is Leaf cut signature, History of Baseball cut signature. And my rep was supposed to send me the tracking today. We'll see if he did. And if he did, and it's really on its way. I think I see another redemption. Hang on. Yeah, I do. And if it's really on its way and showing that it's going to deliver on Wednesday, we'll open it Wednesday night. They changed the configuration of it, though. It was supposed to be, I think, a 20-box case. And, of course, Leaf History of Baseball Cut Signature. You guys have probably seen it before. It's a pretty cool product, and it's popular and whatever. So they came back and cut it down. They came out and said, hey, we can't make enough to meet our orders. And so they didn't cut the number of cases that people got, but they cut the number of boxes in each case. Victor Robles to 99 for the Nationals. But apparently I only ordered one case anyway. I'm not quite sure why. I think I would normally have ordered more than that, but I guess, who knows. Apparently when I ordered it, whatever day that was, I told him one, and that's what I'm getting. So, so there you go. We'll have one. Jordan Luplow, that is for the Pittsburgh Pirates. So we will have that probably to open on Wednesday. Again, I'm going to wait till that tracking has updated tomorrow and it really shows that it's on its way before I list it and say for sure it's going to be here. And then, of course, we got plenty of other stuff. I mean, Origins and Chronicles and all kinds of stuff. So we'll plug something else in there. And I believe we have Luminaries maybe next Friday, too. A week from tomorrow. I think might be Luminaries baseball. Which I tried to order a lot more of, and I think I got less this year than I got last year of that. This is numbered to 75. It's Addison Russell and the Cubs. And I don't even know why that is, because they usually give you at least what you got last year, but I'm pretty sure that he gave me less this year than he gave me last year, which is so strange. But at any rate, we'll have some of it to open, and that'll be fun. And most of the other baseball that was supposed to be coming out these first couple of weeks in September, they pushed back either into late September or in many cases into October. So like Triple Threads and Bowman and all that stuff that should have been coming in the next week or so was like, nope, not coming now. Jason, this is actually the last of our breaks tonight is Topps Chrome. So when we finish this one up, we won't have any more tonight. But everything in Topps Chrome did sell, so I didn't have any spots left over in here. But you know, most of my stuff I sell right now on eBay. Of course, we're working on the one break that we're doing direct selling by way of chat and email and stuff. That's the Leaf Greatest Hits Football I was talking about earlier that I'll add the Saquon Barkley autographed jersey to. So that one is not going through eBay, but right now the majority of my breaks sell through eBay. Probably sometime next year I'll get around to hiring somebody to get that website finished, and at that point we might start adding in some breaks on the website. Because really, I don't like doing breaks on eBay that are, we'll call them not the norm. So like random team breaks or hits drafts or things like that. I don't like to do them on eBay because I think it's already, you run into so many people who don't understand breaks or they don't kind of know what's going on. And if you start getting into some of that sort of stuff, I feel like it's just asking for trouble. So, but some of those kinds of things, we'll probably start running through the website when I get that up. It is Charlie Blackmon for the Rockies on a black and white parallel. I do not have any 2015. Are you talking Inception? Well, let's go back a minute. Are you talking Inception baseball, football? Which are you talking about? I don't have any 2015 Inception of either one on hand at the moment, but I could probably get some if you're talking about you just want it like as a personal box break, or you're just looking to buy some loose boxes or something. I'm sure somebody I know has it. This is Valera, and it is numbered to 499 for the Cardinals. mean, I haven't priced 2015 Inception in a long time, and I don't have any idea what it brings these days. If you're talking football, of course, that was the last year that Topps had a football license. So that, you know, that stuff tended to sell out. If it didn't sell out in 2015, it definitely sold out in the subsequent year because, you know, we didn't have any more Topps football. So you'd go back and get it that way. For baseball, yeah, okay. I'll ask around, man. I'm sure that somebody probably has some 2015 Inception. Now, I have no idea what kind of price it would be, so I'll have to find that out. But if you shoot me a message, just hit me on eBay, and just all you have to do really even is type in 2015 Inception, and that will prompt me to go look that up. Chris Stratton and the Giants. And I'll see who has it and what they're asking for it. Do you have a certain number of boxes that you want? Thought that might be a, I don't know why I looked at that and thought that might be a short print, but it wasn't. For the Nationals, it is Sanchez. Scott's here. Hi, Scott. It is going well. We are rolling right along. We had a lot of fun earlier. We opened a half case of mini helmets and a half case of Leaf jerseys, and I love doing the memorabilia breaks. I love seeing what comes out of there. And we pulled a nice Russell Wilson. It was pretty awesome. That might be the first Russell Wilson jersey I pulled. I think we pulled Russell Wilson autographed helmets along the way, maybe full size. But I don't really remember if we pulled any in a Russell Wilson jersey or not before. But I especially like that it was the color rush. I mean, I love that hit. I mean, I'm not even particularly a Seahawks fan one way or the other, I guess, but I loved that hit. Oh, you are right. It is hot, Scott. Corey was on earlier. I think he's wandered off now, but he was on earlier for the memorabilia part of the break. He's up in Alaska, and he was talking about how really cold and rainy and everything it is there. And I was like, whew, I could do with a little of both down here today. It is exceedingly hot down here for this time of year. Of course, it's been that way on the eastern part of the country, in the eastern part of the country for the last week or so. I mean, those poor tennis players at the U.S. Open, my goodness, I don't even know how they're out there most of the time. And I mean, it's better at night, but in the daytime, those guys are out there. It was like 96 degrees air temperature, and you know, of course, when you factor in the heat coming off that clay court and everything, oh my gosh. Can't even imagine how hot. And out there trying to play 2- and 3-hour matches. For the Braves, it is A.J. Minter. It's just unseasonably warm this time of year. But I will happily take the heat over the cold. I would much rather roast alive than freeze. Dylan Peters and the Marlins. Black and white parallel. Yeah, Jason, right? I mean, the color rush was just awesome to hit for that. Of course, anytime I hit the authentic jersey, I think those, obviously, I prefer those to the custom jerseys just because, well, I mean, you know, they've got that NFL Shield logo on there, and you guys know how I am about that NFL Shield. I love it. I love hitting cards that are one of one with the NFL Shield. So I always look at the jersey and think, I see, someone would cut that off and put that in the card if they had a chance. For the Cardinals, we have the purple parallel of Tommy Pham to 299. And right behind that, hey, here's Harrison Bader, an autograph for the Cardinals. I put that in upside down. Daggone it. So anybody who happened to watch the Steelers game, I did not. I was so busy And I knew if I turned on, I didn't watch any sports tonight. I knew if I turned it on the television, I was not going to get my work done that needed to get done. So I did not watch it. And you know that's hard for me. But what I want to know, if anybody's on here who watched it, somebody gave me the score earlier, which I appreciated very much, was how did Josh Dobbs play? Of course, he was starting the game tonight. Jackson Stevens to 150 for the Reds. I mean, he's basically playing for his roster spot. And, of course, you know, I've been telling you guys, I'm like, no way would he make it through waivers and end up on the practice squad. Somebody would claim him. And then, of course, you know, all these articles come out. All these teams are waiting to pounce on Josh Dobbs if the Steelers cut him. And then somebody else came out and said, oh, but there are teams interested in trading for Landry Jones, too. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe there's a glimmer of hope. Maybe we trade Landry and we keep Josh. I know Landry's the better quarterback on the field right now. If Big Ben went down tomorrow, Landry would be our steadiest option. But let's be real, we're not keeping him anyway after this season. He's a free agent. We're not going to keep him. He's old and he's going to be expensive. Josh is just the better long-term investment. Scott, it's your bedtime. You're heading out, man. All right, well, we will catch you the next time. Thank you for stopping by. And you know what else I just remembered? I've got some of those Home Run Derby cards I've never done. Daggone it. Or Home Run Challenge, I should say. They're not Home Run Derby cards per se. But that was a refractor. But they are Home Run Challenge cards that I've never gone in and chosen a date for. Guess I better do that before we run out of baseball season. J.D. Davis, $4.99, Astros. I don't know. I don't even remember what I've done with them. That's pretty bad, isn't it? I need to find them, I guess, before I can enter them. Might be a helpful sort of thing. What I really need is about 10 more hours in every single day. Then I could get all my stuff caught up. Hey, Gary, here's your Lucas Bum Sims, as you call him. I know you've been waiting on him. I know you have. There he is. He was calling your name. Lucas Sims was in that pack just calling out, Gary, Gary. I'm assuming you have the Braves tonight. I believe that you do anyway. There's a nice Andahar rookie refractor. It's always the way, though, right? When you're chasing one player, you consistently pull another player on the team that you are not chasing, that you do not want. Oh, crack me up, Gary. You're funny. And for the Marlins, it is Brian Anderson. Jay Allen, you like Lucas Sims? I don't really have an opinion on him one way or the other. I know he really didn't live up to expectations, which is why they shipped him down to the Reds in that deal. But I don't really have an opinion one way or the other. You know, I don't like him. I don't dislike him. He just kind of is. Gary definitely has an opinion now. He's telling Jay Allen right now that absolutely, unquestionably, that Sims is a bum. I don't know. I mean, he definitely had a lot of promise. He had a lot of hype around him last year, and I mean, I think he still obviously has the physical tools necessary to do the job. Maybe he's got to get his head right or something. I don't know. Something along those lines, I guess. Jay Allen says Gary has convinced him. His mind has changed, and now he thinks Lucas Sims is a bum. Poor Lucas Sims. Feel bad for the guy. He's just out there trying to make a living. Probably gets paid pretty well. Whether he's a bum or not, he probably makes some pretty good money, I imagine. I mean, I know those guys have to be competitive. You have to be competitive to make it into a pro sport, which means you have to want to be on the field all the time. But yet, don't you think there's a point at which when you're making a lot of money and you're not playing that much, don't you think they ever at some point just kind of go, huh, this isn't so bad. Like, I'm making millions of dollars and I'm riding the pine and I'm really not having to work all that hard and I'm still getting paid just as much. I mean, don't you wonder if any of them kind of go through that at some point along the way in their career? I think I would at some point probably just be like, yeah, okay, I can deal. You saw another redemption come out that I dropped down there face down. It's right below my hand. I'll move it over into the pile with our others as soon as we finish this stack. It will be our 4th redemption over here in our handy little pile o redemptions. 299 Colorado Rockies Marquez. So we definitely have found our share of redemptions tonight. And of course, if you don't know how that works with me, I save them all up. Obviously, you can see that part. At the end of the break, we go to the Topps website. We'll verify the team, and they don't give us what it's numbered to, so we'll only be able to do a team verification there. Santander and the Orioles. Did I tell you guys that I bought some 2012 Prism baseball the other day? Like, yes, I think it was yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I had to go meet the supply guy to get some stuff from him, and they had some 2012 Prism in the shop that I bought. I haven't ripped into it yet. I'm trying to decide if it's going to go into a break, like as a mixer, or if I'm going to open it myself. I don't know which. I like finding some of the older stuff like that, though. I think it's fun. Adrian Beltre, rookie debut medallion, manufactured relic for the Dodgers. Yo, I forget, right? Don't you forget who some of these guys had their rookie debut with? Like, I forgot Beltre was a Dodger originally. You just don't always remember that. I'm thinking, wait, what? Yeah, it took me a minute. But I guess that's kind of the point of them, to take us traveling back in time. For the Tampa Bay Rays, it's Hunter Wood. A little love for Hunter Wood. Daniel Murphy, traded away. Oh, I've got an itch on my foot all of a sudden. Hey, I see an Aaron Judge short print refractor for the Yankees. Yes, indeed. Coming our way right here. That's a nice hit for you, Yankees. With the little Aaron Judge short print love there. So I heard that one of my distributors called me today, and you guys know I'm always carrying on about Panini and the way they do some of their products, and they do things that have a lot of base in them, like hoops and Donruss basketball and Donruss baseball and that stuff, where you only have maybe a hit per box or so. And then you have like 24 packs in the box, and then on top of that, they'll slap 20 boxes in the case, which just makes it terrible to break in every possible format. So apparently, they didn't change the design for hoops. We're still kind of stuck with that, boo. But for Donruss basketball in the new season, the 18-19 season. They're making it as a jumbo, so they're doing it a lot more like Topps does their jumbos. So I'm going to be interested to see if that carries over throughout the entire Donruss brand, if that's how they'll do football the next time and how they'll do baseball and all that. So I don't know, but I was really happy to hear that because it sounds like it's going to be a lot friendlier to break. It's still going to be a long break, but I think it's going to be a lot friendlier to break than it has been. Jacob Barnes and the Milwaukee Brewers. And you know what solicitation came out today? I mean, they're just getting earlier and earlier every single year. We had to, our orders, well, you don't have to put them in today, but they'll be due here in a few weeks. Just solicited today. Top Series 1 for next year, for 2019. Thing does not come out until the end of January. And we'll be turning our orders in by mid-September. That's like so far out. Seems like every year Topps pushes it a little bit farther back. I mean, pretty soon we're going to be ordering products a year ahead of time. Which, I mean, I respect. They want to know how much to make. But frankly, come on. They've been selling out of everything for 2 years. So just make what you made last year and add what you're going to add to it and you'll sell it. That's the way I look at it. So why make us order 7, 8 months in advance or whatever? Or not 8 months in advance, but probably 7. Trevor Williams and the Pittsburgh Pirates. But yeah, I think last year, like seemed like it was way later in the year that we were ordering Series 1. Maybe it wasn't, but it definitely, I don't remember seeing it in August. Tyler Mahle for the Cincinnati Reds. I guess that really is only what, though? I guess that is only about 5 months. I don't know. I'm just used to Panini or putting orders out, and they give you like 2 weeks to put them in, and then the product comes out like a month after that. But we're going to have a bunch of Topps releases like jam-packed in there together at the end of this month. All the stuff that would have been this upcoming week and even the following week that got pushed to the end of September, first part of October. And we're going to be seriously backlogged. Until then, I'm on a quest to find us some more clearly authentic at a reasonable price. Since we've got a little lull in baseball other than Diamond Icons, which obviously I don't have a lot of. Luminaries, which I don't have a lot of. Or won't. I don't have it yet. It's not here yet. Luminaries. But of course we have Chronicles too. I can't forget about that. I'm going to be interested to see how the season ends up this year. Been a lot of weird stuff happen. Like the Oakland A's, for example. I'm going to file that in the weird stuff category. I didn't expect that at the start of the season. Austin Hayes, Freshman Flash. That one was numbered to 99. S&S Design. Oh, you're not familiar with Luminaries. It just came out last year for the first time. Last year, it actually came out a little bit later in the year. It might have been like November, December-ish, like somewhere in there. Probably a bit later than it is this year. But it is another high-end product, and the autographs in it are very low-numbered hits, and a lot of... It's... I mean, there's nothing similar to Diamond Icons, but it is a lot like that in the way it's put together and the kind of hits you'll pull out of it and that sort of thing. It's really quite cool. Freshman Flash Mejia Indians autograph to 25. I like pulling the orange parallels. It's very nice stuff. I would say SNS Design, you can probably Google that and pull it up. Somebody's probably still pre-selling it for this year, and if they are, you'll be able to see the sell sheet. I don't obviously have it listed yet because I think it's Friday of next week that's going to come out. So it'll go up with me sometime in the next few days, and I'll put the sell sheet on it when I do list it. That's assuming that I have the date right, and I think I do. I think it's next Friday. But it's a pretty cool product in and of itself. Yes, it's Topps. Tyler Mahle and my Cincinnati Reds. Yeah, I'm trying to I can't even remember exactly. This is awful. I don't even remember what the case price is on it. I know it's not inexpensive, that's for sure, but I can't remember specifically what I have even paid for it. I don't even remember what I paid for it last year. I just remember last year was the first year for it, and it came out later than it is this year. Because I think it came out like while I was in California for Breeders' Cup, which would have meant like the 1st of November. They seem like, though, they've moved up several of their releases that they had later last year or in past years are coming out. Stuff that would have maybe normally been more in November for them. They seem to have moved up a lot of that. Topps again, I mean. Gary Chronicles. Gary says so far Chronicles is his favorite product of the year. I've been really impressed with Chronicles. It's everything I had hoped it would be when they said that they had reconfigured it. Because I liked it last year. I liked a lot of aspects about it last year. But I didn't like the base cards. And, of course, I thought, well, pretty much, I guess everybody must have thought the same thing because they fixed what we would have all said last year. We would have all said, hey, we want more parallels on different card sets, more of the autographs on those, less on the base cards, and redesign the base cards. And that's exactly what they did. And now they have a really nice product. Max Scherzer to $2.99 for the Nationals. I mean, somebody else said it really well the other night. They're like, it's kind of like a mixer all in one box. And I mean, it basically is. So as for the Braves, it's Max Fried. So the concept was always a good one. They just didn't maybe do a fantastic job with the execution of it the first year. This year, they definitely got it right. And, I mean, you know, Juan Soto's in there. Of course, we see they've got plenty of Ohtani autographs and relics in there. I mean, they've got the hits to support it, too. It's not like we're pulling hits out of it and kind of going, oh, the product's cool, but the autographs are, you know, bad. It's actually all been very nice. Yeah, I agree with that too, Gary. The price point on that does make a difference, that it's something that you can afford to buy into at a reasonable price, and you still have a really good chance at making money on that. I had to pick him back up off the table. He's a refractor for Castellanos, and I didn't catch it originally. Ryder Jones for the San Francisco Giants. I hope they redo it for basketball too, but you never know. It's so strange. They have different product teams, and it seems that their product teams don't speak to one another. Like, for real, I don't think they do. Because Chronicles basketball could come out and be completely different than Chronicles baseball. I mean, it's just strange, some of the stuff they do. Who knows what's going on over there. But you know what I got in the mail today. Uh-oh, wait a minute. We've got a hit we got to look at before we're going to talk about that. We have a Blue Wave refractor for the Twins that is Fernando Romero to 150. So, you guys know how I've talked about redemptions with Panini before, and how sometimes you can get stuff like quickly that you're not expecting, i.e. the Kyrie Irving rookie autograph that I pulled recently that was on an expired redemption, no less, and I get it in, what was it, like a month or something. But I have been waiting almost 2 years on my Ezekiel Elliott autographed rookie hit. I mean, seriously, I have been waiting. Yeah, I mean, it was in, obviously, 2016's football season, and I think it was fairly early in the season when I entered it. So, yeah, I've been waiting almost 2 years. It came in the mail today. Can you believe it? Like, I had given up on it. I just thought, I'm never getting that card. They're going to have that redemption till I am dead and buried. But lo and behold, it showed up today. So it gave me a little bit of hope, a little faith in Panini that my Ezekiel Elliott rookie card redemption finally showed up. I guess it's because it was hard signed. It's not a sticker. So I guess that's why I had to wait longer. I don't know, because certainly I had seen him fulfill a lot of other autographs. You know, you see that little... If you guys don't know that they do this, Panini puts out a redemption update, if you will, every week on Friday. They'll say, these are the redemptions that we've sent out this week. And it's a spreadsheet. And it'll show you all the different players and things. And you can kind of get an idea if your stuff is coming or not. So I'd seen a lot of other Ezekiel Elliott things on there and never gotten mine, but finally did. Chris Davis and the Orioles, black and white parallel. But what I do not have is my Andrew Benintendi from Chronicles last year. It was on the Spectra card set. It was a pink parallel, I think. And of course, that would be hard signed as well, so I guess they haven't seen Andrew to get it signed, but I haven't gotten that yet from last year. For the St. Louis Cardinals, it's Valeria, or Valera, probably not Ia. Gary, you know, that's a good point. Gary says if Chronicles had been a Topps product, it would probably be $200 a box. I guess it just all goes into the product cost. So I'm sure that Topps probably has agreements, maybe that they pay a little more for than maybe Panini pays for some of their signature agreements. I don't know. Parker Bridwell and the Angels. I do know that they absolutely upstaged Topps by getting Juan Soto live in Chronicles when Topps hasn't had him live in anything except that little bit of Bowman. You know, you haven't gotten him worked into anything else there yet, so Panini got the leg up on them in that regard for sure. I'm assuming Juan Soto will be an update. I don't know what else for the rest of the year. I would hope he'll be in Bowman Chrome. I don't know. And he should be an update, and I don't know what else. Oh, I just looked over there. My cat is sleeping in one of the empty boxes that I tossed off a while ago. He doesn't really exactly fit in it, but he thinks he does. It's really kind of cute, actually. In a cat sort of way. I know you guys are all like, we like dogs. I know. S&S Design, the card companies pay for the signatures. So they don't have to pay for like they don't have to pay Buster Posey to be on this card because that's part of the collective bargaining agreement that baseball has. And of course, when Major League Baseball negotiates the contract with Panini, then that gives them the right to produce the licensed cards for any of the players, Rowdy Reed and the Nationals. But if they want the players to sign the cards, then yes, they will have separate agreements with each athlete to accomplish that. Some of them make a lot more than others, as you might imagine. This is Billy Hamilton to 99 for the Reds, wave pattern. And interestingly enough, I was just having this conversation with someone not too awfully long ago. One of my reps used to work for Upper Deck, and I'm always asking him questions about things like that, that'll come up in a break or whatever, and I'll say, hey, I'll find out, and he's kind enough to tell me. Because I kind of want to know what was the range that these players got paid. And we were talking about football at that point. We were not talking about baseball. But basically, the rookies, he said, can be paid anywhere from maybe $1 a signature up to, if you're like the number one overall in the class, like Baker Mayfield type deal this year, he might be getting paid $30 to $50 a signature. And then they just, for the most part, set and sign them in giant groups. I thought that might be a short print, but I don't guess it is. And he was talking about one rookie who sat, and of course, the company representative has to witness it. And he said he watched one kid sign so much stuff. He said he was only there like a few hours, 2 or 3 hours. The kid signed so much stuff in that amount of time that he got $60,000. This is Mela for the Reds. But then on the other hand, you take somebody like Tom Brady, and Tom Brady will be paid anywhere from $300 to $500 per signature. So that's why, obviously, we don't pull nearly the number of Tom Brady signatures that you pull of, Joe Rookie. So that's how that kind of thing works. And they have to take into account how much the signatures cost when they're doing the overall P&L of a product. So, they have to say, this is how much we can spend. This product is, going to retail for this much, and this is how much we can afford to put in it, and then they have to decide how the signatures are going to be distributed based on that. This is numbered to 250. It's Vieira and the White Sox. So, it's obviously not down to like where they're going to say this box has this and this box has that, but they might say, okay, this is a $5 million product, and we can allocate, $1 million to signatures, or how whatever the ratio is, that kind of thing. So that's how it works, and they don't have to pay where Ohtani is on the wrapper and on the box. They don't have to negotiate separate deals or pay separate things to do that either. That's covered by their agreements that they've made with MLB and that sort of thing. And that also governs the number of products that are released. We've talked about this before too, but I found it very interesting when I first learned this. Because sometimes, you look at it and think, why are they putting out a product like every week? Why are there so many? And then, of course, inevitably, you get to the end of the year, and there's a tremendous amount of products that are rushed out in November and December. And at first glance, you might think, well, they're trying to capitalize on the holiday market. But in fact, each of these companies have a contract with whoever it is. So like Topps and Major League Baseball, it will specify in their contract that Topps has to produce a certain number of products every year. So whether that's 10 or whether that's 100, whatever it is, they are contractually obligated to produce that many products for baseball. Ronald Herrera and the Rangers. I don't know if it drills down as far as to where they would say like X number have to be new products, X number are returning products. I don't know about that. I would imagine there's some sort of specificity to that as well, but I don't know for certain what it is. By the way, I think I haven't mentioned it this break, but it has been going on the last couple of breaks of this. On the back of some of these cards, in particular the Freshman Flash card set, they have some weird little residue on them that you can feel and see, and I think it's basically stuff off the edges of the cards, and it feels kind of sticky and strange because it's the coating, the refracted coating. And I'm sure you all have even in packs you've opened yourself at various times with a chrome or a prism card, seen that little white residue, so you know what I'm talking about, I imagine, most of you. But it is on the backs of a number of cards in chrome this year, so I try to get off as much of it as I can. There's a nice Albies before it goes out the door. But you may very well get some that still have that weird little residue on them, and if you do, that's why. Here come the White Sox again. Nicky Delmonico to 499. Nicky's been kind of elusive in chrome, so it's nice to see. All right, so we are closing in on this, the end of this. But of course, we still have 4 redemptions to turn over. So even after we look at the last of our packs here, we won't be quite finished. There'll still be hope if you haven't hit what you wanted to hit. And then, of course, we'll recap after that. So we'll flip the redemptions, we'll verify the redemptions, then we will recap, and then spreadsheet information will go up one more time for anyone who might not have caught it along the way earlier. That is J.D. Davis and the Houston Astros. But I was really kind of bummed that they moved Bowman Chrome, because it would have been next week. Zach Granite and the Twins, which is part of the reason that I stretched our Topps Chrome out to last this long, because originally, of course, before I knew the date had changed, I thought, all right, I'm going to save a little bit back, and then we won't have very many days until we'll get Topps Chrome. But whoops, they messed me up, moved the date, best laid plans and all such as that. Oh, you pulled an autograph out of a blaster box. Hey, that is lucky. Because you know what? Those are harder to hit, obviously. So it's always good when you pull something nice out of that. To 299, it's Jay Bruce and the Mets. Gary's still trolling poor Lucas Sims. He goes, it doesn't matter what's on the redemptions. He didn't say that exactly, but he basically said Lucas Sims is the best card in the break. So it doesn't matter what's on the redemptions, was the implication. I wish you all could see my cat, who is trying to sleep in that box, which he's way bigger than the box, of course, but he's like trying to make himself small and act like he fits in there. It's just really cute. Of course, I'm sure if I tried to actually show you, he'd take off. He'd get camera shy and run. Tomas Nido, and that is for the Mets. Justin Turner refractor. We've had a lot of J.D. Davis tonight. That is to 99. It is Green Wave Astros. At least it seems like we've had a lot of J.D. Davis tonight. Maybe we have not, but it seems like we have. I have a feeling that that our redemptions are going to be good ones. What do you think? I think they might be. I think at least 2 of them are going to be good ones. I don't know why I think they are, but I do think they are. I haven't seen them either. Full disclosure, I didn't look at them either. I mean, I have not got any more idea about what's in them than you do at this point in time, but I'm just feeling hopeful because we've had a couple of good nights where we've had really good, strong hits, and I feel like, surely, to goodness, this being the last box of our last case of Topps Chrome, that at least a couple of these are going to make us happy. Well, all of them will make somebody happy, but you know what I mean. Well, my goodness. Okay, let's just knock a few more things over. All right, first up, it is Willy Adames. That will be the Tampa Bay Rays. We will go to the website for Topps and verify these shortly. Clint Frazier for the Yankees in a blue parallel. Okay, not bad, not bad. Followed by, there it is. I told you there was going to be a good one in there. Ha-ha, there's your Acuna, baby. You're sweating it out too, weren't you, Gary? Yes, you were. We know you were. But worry no more, my friend. You hit it. And then there, Rafael Devers in a purple parallel. How about that? So we did. I said I thought we'd have 2 that would be... Actually, I guess you could kind of call Clint Frazier. Who knows really what's going on with Clint Frazier? You know, he got that concussion in spring training, and he hasn't really played much or been quite right since then. So I don't know if we're calling him a big hit or not, but I think Devers and certainly Acuna apply. Okay, let's go to the Topps website. And where are you? Bookmark. There. Usually I have that set up, but apparently tonight I somehow did not manage to get that done. So we're doing it now, because I don't know why I didn't. There we go, Topps Chrome. And we are looking for Rafael Devers. He's right there as a Red Sox, but that's just a base card. We need to go down to the rookie autographs. So let's scroll down to where we should be. Topps Baseball, Future Stars. Is it not going to be on here? There it is. Okay. All right, so Rafael Devers right there, Red Sox. Right above him, Ronald Acuna and the Braves. We'll roll back up the road here, Clint Frazier for the Yankees, and then all the way down to the bottom, Willy Adames for the Rays. So exactly what we expected to find as the teams, we did find for the teams. So let's recap our Topps Chrome. Gary, you're not even excited about your Acuna? Come on, man. I didn't even get any love for Last Box Mojo having an Acuna for you. Willy Adames and the Rays, rookie autograph. Clint Frazier, rookie autograph, blue refractor parallel for the Yankees. Rookie autograph, Ronald Acuna and the Braves. Rookie autograph, purple refractor parallel for Rafael Devers and the Red Sox. Our relic tonight was the Adrian Beltre. That is the rookie debut for the Dodgers manufactured relic. These are our numbered cards and short prints that we're taking a look at, and black and white. I forgot I stacked them in the same stack. So anything along those lines. There's a nice Aaron Judge short print refractor. And we have our other short print refractor was for the Mets. So both the New York teams taking home a short print tonight. Because that was the very first one. Dominic Smith and the Mets. Now we have a bunch of autographs to look at. So it's Astros, Cardinals, Braves, Nationals, Giants, Cardinals, Pirates, Orioles, White Sox, Phillies, Twins, Angels, Marlins, Blue Jays, Diamondbacks. Pretty good representation of our various teams tonight. A little better than, I think the last case was the one that was really heavy on the Giants. It's Mets, Twins, Astros, White Sox, Rangers, White Sox, Reds, Nationals, Angels, Cardinals, Twins, Giants, Braves, Reds, Indians, Pirates, Brewers, Rays, Orioles, Marlins, and Braves. So that has got our break wrapped up, our recap wrapped up, but I did promise you a spreadsheet, didn't I? So let's get that rocking and rolling. I'm actually going to, show you a blank screen. Let's try that again. Last night I forgot to switch the view altogether while I was talking about it. Tonight I first take you on a tour of the black screen. That was nice. Okay, so what you see right now, once again, this is just a break I'm working on that we're going to try to sell out directly by way of chat and messages. It is a case of 2018 Leaf Greatest Hits Football. That is a buyback product. Those are not Leaf cards inside there. They are Topps Panini Upper Deck type cards that have been bought back by Leaf. Many of them are graded, not all of them. The ones that aren't graded are going to be encased. There are 2 boxes in the case. It's like a $1,200 case. Even though it's only 2 boxes, it's, kind of high end. And then I'm also throwing in an autographed Saquon Barkley jersey that will be given out to one team via random. It's $45 a spot. The teams will be assigned the night of the break using random.org. The $45 covers everything, including the shipping costs. We'll break it when we fill it. If you pull nothing, you don't get anything in this break. No consolation cards or anything in that one. And as with any break, it is a no refund, no return item. We're a little more than halfway filled right now. I would really, really, really like to get this filled up and broken. But so far, we're kind of sitting where we are. So adding a couple of people a day so far. So if you're interested in that break, please send me a message on eBay and let me know so that I can plug you into that spreadsheet. We are looking right now at the breaks coming up throughout the next 5 days, already up and listed on eBay. Tomorrow night's a triple play baseball box. We'll have an autographed jersey, a baseball, and a picture in there. We're going to do the new Hit Parade autographed baseball glove, which I'm kind of psyched about because it has an awesome... What they show us of the checklist is awesome. They don't show you the whole thing, but what they do show us is awesome. And then, of course, tomorrow night, Diamond Icons, and then we're going to do a half case of Contenders Draft Picks basketball. Once again, those are 6 loose boxes out of a case that I shared with someone else. Saturday, a multi-sport autographed event ticket, a new Hit Parade product we're going to try out. And a full-size football helmet autographed, a half case of 2011 Prime Signatures, and a Topps Chrome Football Mixer. A box of 2013, 2014, and one 2015 box will be in that. Sunday, we're going to open the back half of the case of mini helmets that we started tonight. We'll open the back half of the case of football jerseys that we started tonight. And then we'll open another case of Chronicles on Sunday night. On Monday, another Hit Parade item we haven't tried yet. This is multi-sport autographed program. So we'll see what we get out of that. A second baseball glove, a couple of boxes of 2013 Topps Supreme, and a 4th case of Origins football. Tuesday, we'll do another triple play box, a second box of Diamond Icons, and a full case of Contenders Draft Picks basketball. So that's what's coming up in the days ahead. One last look at what we opened tonight. Projecting it all to get out the door on Wednesday. If I can get it out to you faster than that, I will. Of course, Saturday, post office has shorter hours than through the week. There's no post office hours on Sunday and none on Monday because of the holiday. So that's why we're projecting a little farther out than normal and hopeful that I can, of course, get it done sooner. And if you're interested, the consolation card information, if you were in one of the free shipping breaks, typically your consolation card would be held until the next time when you do pull a card or an item. And I track that for a rolling 90-day period. If you don't want to wait for the next time you pull something and you got skunked in the memorabilia breaks, you just send me a message on eBay and let me know, and I'll put it in an envelope, put a stamp on it, and shoot it your way. Of course, you don't have to worry about consolation cards for Topps Chrome Jumbo because everybody's going to pull something. Or did pull something, I guess. Break is all finished up. And so that tonight, we're done. We're wrapped up. We are completed. So once again, everyone, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you spending part of your evening with me. We'll be back at it tomorrow night, and hopefully we'll see some of you or all of you then. Bye now.